Hey everybody, so this is when my sister was in Japan and we hit up Nara Park. And I was very surprised that the deer are just kind of chilling all over. I didn't really know what it was like from social media. I knew there were deer around, but I thought it was more like in the forest. But no, they're just everywhere in multiple parking lots. Well, not parking lots, multiple fields in front of buildings. Just all around. Walking in the streets, you see them on the sidewalk when you're walking up towards the area from the station. They're just everywhere. We weren't able to find any crackers, but we were able to pet them. My sister, well, I didn't pet them, my sister petted them. And then we walked around and looked at some of their cool buildings, which I really appreciated. And their shrines, of course. They have tons of, always, everywhere. Which is cool. I'm not religious, but I do appreciate how they express their religiousness. They make it cooler, at least. But maybe Japanese think that American churches everywhere are really cool. Maybe they're like, wow, look at those churches. This is crazy. But churches don't really let you wander around as much, and they don't got as full of stuff going on. Anyway, this whole area is Nara, and they got it up really cool. And even down here, you can see the deer are just chilling at the base of this in the road. It's great. I love it. And then, of course, I did get a souvenir. Get a little mascot, which kind of looks like Chopper from One Piece. Because Chopper is also a deer, I guess. I wonder which one came first. Probably One Piece came first, I'm gonna guess. Because it's pretty old. But still relevant. And then, of course, I get a lot of shots of the streets in Japan. I love the claustrophobic little streets that they have everywhere and all the little shops everybody's running. It's pretty fun. And I do stop at shops and get meat buns and stuff when I pass. Like when I go down to Kobe. It is delicious. And then, in the same day, we headed up to Kyoto. And we took the train, and then we got lost on these buses for a while. And because it was night, I had to walk around little back streets of classic Kyoto, which was super fun and super cool. And if you're going to go, I would recommend the night, because everything gets lit up, and it's really cool. I don't really know what this was. Some shrine, I think. And then they had this set up in it, and I was like, oh, it's glowing. Crazy. There were a lot of tourists around, as you can tell, but it was still very nice at night. Recommended. So, if you're going to eat, make reservations at the restaurants around, because a lot of them were, like, filled. We couldn't find a good place to eat. We just kind of showed up. Kind of towards closing of everything, so plan it a little bit better, I guess. And then we saw a lot of people just kind of chilling at the river in Kyoto. I guess this is where people hang out. And they had a restaurant nearby. If we had more time before the trains were supposed to shut down, I would have gone here to eat. But we were very nervous about the trains. We weren't sure when they shut down, but we didn't want to be stranded in Kyoto. And then I had to go back to Kansas, suddenly. Look at these little cutie patooties. They're super small. Like, here's a chicken for comparison. And then my mother got sick. She had stage 4 cancer. Kidney cancer. And I rushed home the next day. And you know what? She died soon after, but she went out like my mother, with a smile.
Okay, say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
Okay. Well, you asked because you slept all day. Are you feeling good?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Love you, Mom.
Love you too.
With a smile and a sense of humor about it, and just, enjoying her last days as best she could, which was great. I also recommend that. If you're gonna go, that's the way to go. Anyway, then it was back to Japan, of course, for another month. Then I met up with some friends, and we went to the arcade. Round one, it was like a giant building just full of stuff. And they had horse racing, but it wasn't horse girl racing, which I think is a big miss.
These are fairly decent political ads.
Look at my winnings from the crane game. It cost me $10. And then I looked it up, and the price for this online is like $40. So I beat the system. Here it is in all of its splendor. Setup. Yep, I'm an otaku now, I guess. Japan did it to me. I couldn't stop it. Check this out. A new type of breakfast fish just dropped. It's like salt grilled flatfish. And it looks good. This is my normal breakfast fish, which is also delicious. This is bonito, but breakfast fish 2.0. Then I went to a festival, a local festival. And it was very cute, like a local little festival. And they held it at the shrine nearby, so that whole shrine turned into a festival. I want to introduce you to this hot pot. This hot pot, I got the hand-cut noodles for my hot pot today. But you order, this is a little pork bun thing, dumpling. But this whole thing, $10. $10 delivered. $10 delivered. It's amazing. You don't even understand how good this hot pot is. I don't know if it's actually called hot pot. Probably not. It's not ramen. Some Chinese thing. Lotus root. But this thing's filled. All sorts of stuff. It's got wood ears. Different type of fish dumpling. Pork dumpling. It's got a meatball. Basically, you order the soup base and the noodle type. And then you add whatever you want for like $1 each. There's my meatball. And I got, these are what they call sausages, which in the West you might recognize as a hotodagu. Oishii desu. Anyway, I wanted to share this amazing hot pot that I get very often now because it's so good. Pot in its final form. I used to get pork belly in it also. You may be wondering what these black things are. These are the wood ears, the mushrooms. Delicious. But yeah, it's a full thing of hot pot once you get it all in there. With sesame paste and all sorts of other stuff and extra vinegar. Oh, delicious. All right. Today we have a grand parfait. Chocolate and vanilla. I love Japan's ice cream culture. They just have these little things everywhere. All right. Here's my rat nest of my hikikomori life. It was a lot worse, as you can tell from the bags of trash. I'm still working on it, but I gotta do my hikikomori otaku. Just chill and order takeout for a while and play video games all day and watch anime. It was very enjoyable, I gotta say. But now I'm cleaning up because I gotta get out of here in a couple days. The kitchen was way worse. I had all this stuff, boxes all over, and all this piled up on the table there, or stove. Whatever. I enjoyed it. I've been eating hot pot a lot, eating takeout every day, Uber Eats. But now we're getting out and going back to Puerto Rico for a little bit. And then back here to Japan, where I'm going to do some crazy stuff. I'm going to do some crazy stuff in Japan. The other thing, when I was leaving, I noticed that the prices at the airport, so this is at the airport, they're actually reasonable for airport food. This is under $10. And then they had Pokemon for their safety instruction video. And I have big plans for when I go back to Japan, because I have to figure out a visa after this whole Puerto Rico thing's done. I'm thinking of going to Japan and setting up a sandwich shop. I don't know anything about running a food business, anything, but I do know business. And I do know I like sandwiches, which makes me a sandwich expert. So I'm going to set up a sandwich place, the Sandwich Kingu. I'm going to have it nearby where I live so that I can have sandwiches. Because that's the one thing that I really missed in Japan, was just a good sandwich. And they had Subway, but it's not the same. It's not the same, even close. Subway's not good sandwiches, even in Japan. So, we'll see how it all shakes out. And I got some other projects going on right now. I'm working on 2 different games, and I still have the company here in Puerto Rico that I'm doing. I'm juggling a lot of things right now, and a lot of businessy things, and my life's going a lot of different ways. So I'm trying to reconcile it and where I want to be in the world, because America's lost its goddamn mind. I don't know if you noticed, it's lost its goddamn mind. No thank you. No thank you. Anyway, that's the update. See you guys later.